My name is AJ Woodson. I am the editor-in-chief of Black Westchester magazine, online magazine news with a Black point of view. My topic today that we're going to discuss is revolution. To me, revolution is one of the most overly used and often misunderstood words, a highly thrown around word, but most people do not have a concept of what revolution is. Simply put, I think revolution is change, and what you have to do to acquire that change. No one's going to give you what you're fighting, what you want, just because it's the right thing to do. I believe an example was the generational shift in the election, in the 2015 election in Mount Vernon, New York. You had on one side Mayor Ernie Davis, who had been in office for a good portion of 20 years, got elected in November 1995, and he had a certain way of doing things. And a lot of people that were in office with him had been there that long. Then you had a new upstart, 32-year-old city councilman who was running part of the millennial generation. Like many other revolutions or changes, generational shifts, the younger generation was told to wait, told they're not ready. And the younger generation felt that they weren't being represented. So the older generation no longer represents them, and they were seeking representation of their own. You saw some of that in the Black Lives Movement currently, and the Al Sharpton era of civil rights across the nation as well. But I believe that that's a very good example of revolution. There was a lot of infighting. There was a lot of struggle between. It may have actually been one of the dirtiest races in Mount Vernon, actually, but people were that frustrated and that passionate about wanting the change. And it wasn't like Mayor Davis was a bad person, but the world looked a lot different in 2015 than it did in 1995, and you needed a new person to take over. And I believe that's a good example of revolution.